Hey, it's Rashaady. In this video, I'm going to show you the sights and sounds from the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Doha, Qatar. I'm also going to give you my day-to-day experience, both negative and positive, and show you a glimpse of the city and all it has to offer when you're not at the game. Let's go. So I went to Qatar this year because, like many fans, I wanted to go to the World Cup, and this year the US was actually in it, so I wanted a chance to see them play. I called my friend Dennis and asked if he was going to the World Cup again, and he said yes, so we agreed to go together. I didn't know much about Qatar, but after being there, I quickly realized it's a pretty good sized city with many high rises, a ton of things to do, and great public transportation to get around. Just hanging out, taking a look at some of the sights. Got the city behind me, and of course you have the Islamic Museum right there. One of the best things to do is to walk around the bazaar and do some shopping. That's where this World Cup golden thumb statue is. Speaking of thumbs, give me a like please for this video. Now, I don't think they thought this out well. From afar, it looks like something else other than a thumb. With that being said, my experience wasn't all good. I almost didn't make it into the city because I had issues with my hire card, which is basically the visa to get in for the World Cup. I tried to get it resolved like a month beforehand, but they could never resolve it. And when I got to the airport, I was actually denied entry on the plane. I had to stay in the airport where my friend Dennis went on to Doha. When he got there, he was able to meet with them, and it took him about 2 hours, but he finally got it done. Apparently it was a computer glitch on their end. It kind of makes me mad just to think about it because I know I lost a lot of money and basically missed out on one game because I was stuck in the airport. My first game was the US versus Netherlands. Everything started out great. As soon as I got off the subway, I saw some dancers on stilts and we danced for a while together. And after that, saw some DJs playing music and just noticed the monuments and other things around the stadium and the stadium itself and the good vibes of everyone around there. There was a guy from the Netherlands who wanted to take a picture with us, and of course we obliged. It's really about communing with fans when you're there. Then the game started, and once it happened and we got beat, I instantly regret taking that photo with him. Actually, I didn't. It was fun being there, and Dennis and I got a chance to dress up in our USA kits, and being inside the stadium and having the chance to yell out USA made it all worth it. Each day you wake up, you go out, and there's a buzz in the city. So the next day we go out, and you could tell who's playing that day based on what they're wearing, and you can see them with their jerseys and of course their outfits and wigs and whatever it is that day. And I would say in general, Brazil, Argentina, and Morocco seem to have the most fans, and they were the loudest. That night's game was England versus Senegal, which was a fun game because I didn't have the nervousness of watching my team play. The Senegal fans were ready to go, and so were the fans from England. One of the best things about being there is the fans you meet from all over the world. People are so friendly and happy to meet you and learn more about you. So let's listen to a little bit of banter before the game from the Senegal crew. What's up, my boys from Senegal? They gonna take it home today?
Yeah.
Senegal, y'all ready to go?
Yes. Today is win. Today is win. Sorry for England. Sorry England for today. Sorry for England.
Well, that junk talking didn't last long because once the game started, it was early and often that England was getting the upper hand. And their fans were celebrating. The next day, we didn't have a game, so we had free time on our hands to walk around. If you weren't going to a game that day, or if you had extra time in the morning, the fan zones were areas where you can go, and there were a number of activities, several statues, monuments, and stuff that you could take photo ops around. And if you stayed around to watch the game later in the day, there were huge screens where fans could watch and cheer on their team, kind of in a stadium atmosphere, but without being at the stadium. In addition, you can walk around the city of Doha. Doha has a ton of things to offer. I'm going to do a separate video about the city of Doha, so make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can see when I put that video out. But I want to give you a little glimpse here. You could, of course, go shopping through the bazaar. They have fan gear as well as goodies and souvenirs you can buy. For those who want to grow their knowledge, they could take in a history at the beautiful Islamic Museum, or head to the container park where they have a number of activities you can do, or just cruise around the harbor and check out some of the boats and take in views from the city or from one of the beautiful parks. One of the things we like doing was hanging out at the rooftops and taking in the expansive views. The final day, we went to the game and we went to Lusail Stadium to watch Portugal versus Switzerland. This was their flagship stadium and it was beautiful. Even the area around it was beautiful and really well done. Dennis was all dressed up in his Portugal gear and ready for his player, Ronaldo. We saw Ronaldo play, we saw Portugal take the win. And after that, we both left like hours later because we have flights, and staying any extra days in Doha was quite expensive given that the World Cup was there. So we didn't want to stay any longer. Fans stands for fanatical, and I want to give you guys a glimpse firsthand of the fans that I ran across while I was there. Before I do that, I want to make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll have a full video of travel guide of Qatar, and then I will also have travel videos from other places around the world.